Hello guys, this is language arts for Thursday and the 23rd the 23rd, and I hope you guys are liking some of the changes we've made to history. They're not all going to be like the video you watched yesterday. Today I will just be reading the chapter, but for the whole chapter you'll just have either one set of questions or you'll have the summarizing with the paragraph. So that's up to you. And remember, I only want it to be 8 sentences. I don't want it to be any longer than that. I want it to be concise and summarized, and hopefully that will alleviate some stress off of history. All right, let's go over today's work. Today for Thursday, you have your poem 3 times out loud. Due tomorrow, we will be doing a Zoom call to pass off the first section of the poem. I will send out information for that later. Remember, you have to have a password and stuff to get in. Your parents all should have received an email. You have to enter with an actually like your name or your parents' name listed, and you have to stay on screen the whole time. You can't be hidden, you can't be covered. You need to sit there like you're in a classroom and be on screen. Those are just some safety precautions that we have to use. Penmanship is page 169. Today's grammar's homework is exercise 12, page 153. And you have daily gram number 39. I feel like this is, oh yes, for your writing. So you have morning writing prompt number 9, but then for your 2 frogs writing, you need to turn your keyword outline back into sentences. That's all you have to do for today. And do whatever you have to do for math. Vocabulary, we'll go over. History, it's going to be chapter 27, the whole chapter. So either summarizing in a paragraph or questions. And then your spelling test needs to be, so it's a pre-test, needs to be corrected by an adult. And then once you have everything to 100 after you've written every mistake 5 times correctly, then it needs to be signed by an adult. And you should still be reading, your book report book. All right, so let's do our poem. Pull out your steno, or if you printed up a copy, do that, and then we can say this together. Bleezer's Ice Cream by Jack Perlotsky. I am Ebenezer Bleezer. I run Bleezer's Ice Cream Store. There are flavors in my freezer you have never seen before. 28 divine creations, too delicious to resist. Why not do yourself a favor? Try the flavors on my list. Coca mocha macaroni, tapioca smoked bologna, checkerberry cheddar chew, chicken cherry honeydew, tutti frutti stewed tomato, tuna taco baked potato, lobster lychee lima bean, mozzarella mangosteen, almond ham meringue salami, yam anchovy prune pastrami. All right, that's our fun poem for the next couple weeks. All right, vocabulary. Yesterday, I totally copied the word down incorrectly. It is not D-W-A-D-L-E. It is D-A-W, dawdle, not dwaddle. So I am really sorry about that. I definitely made a mistake with that one. Today, our word is imminent, and I feel like you guys probably have heard the word imminent. If you watch action movies or things like that, like often they'll say the attack is imminent. Okay, and that is an adjective. And it means about to happen, threatening to happen soon, near at hand. The sentence is, the sudden darkening of the skies, sorry, let me keep this where you can see it. The sudden darkening of the skies and the thunder in the distance appraised us that the rain was imminent, right? It was about to happen, threatening to happen soon, near at hand. It was going to rain. All right, and for today, you need to do animal letters, imminent animal letters. Okay, for grammar, we have our 2 commonly mixed up verbs, and the words we have today are lie and lay. The verb lie means to recline. You lie back, or to remain lying down. Okay, so this is not when you're not telling the truth. This is lie, as in I'm lying back, or to lie down. The principal parts are lie, lying, lay, have lain. Okay, that's a word that not many of you have heard before, have lain. I have lain my puzzle on the table. All right, example, Rocky Ridge lies 20 miles east of here. So, it remains there. The dictionary is lying face down on the window seat. Mrs. Miller lay down for a short nap. Pam's bicycle has lain in the ditch all morning. Okay, so do you understand those parts? The verb lay means to put down, to place, or to place something. So if you lay something, you put it down, right? Or you place it. The principal parts are lay, laying, laid, have laid. So we have two, laid, have laid. Lay that puzzle aside and come help me, please. Mom is laying tile in the kitchen, so to put down or place something. Who laid the first telephone cable across the Atlantic? Father has laid your clean shirts and socks on the bed. I feel like these two are the easiest ones to mix up. The verb lie never has an object, which is super helpful, right? To know which ones have objects and don't, because if that's the only way we can tell the difference, and then we go back to the principal parts, figure out what parts of speech go into there, then we're golden. If the verb has an object, you're going to be using a form of lay. Lie never has an object. The verb lay may have an object. Errors in the use of lie and lay almost always occur because a form of lay has been used where a form of lie should have been used. Okay? Okay, so non-standard, Rose was laying down. Standard, Rose was lying down. So I used a form of lay when lie should have been used. Okay, he laid in wait for us. What should be he lay in wait for us. These ones are definitely a lot more tricky. Okay, I'm going to read some sentences so you can hear and just remember the meaning, and if they have an object, that will be helpful or not. Oral drill. Okay, so I'm going to just read some sentences. If you are tired, lie down for a while. We laid our tools on the table an hour ago. The two dogs lay down beside each other. After lying there for a few minutes, they were ready to play again. Vivian laid out her winter clothes. Sometimes snow lies on the ground into late spring. Do not lay the blame on someone else. After Mrs. Peterson had lain down for a few hours, she was ready to travel again. The sheriff has laid a trap for the bank robber. The animal is lying in wait for its prey. Okay, now on exercise 12, it actually gives you two options. I'll do one with you. We'll do number one together, and I'll show you what you need to do so you can do it correctly in your homework. So it's exercise 12. There are only 10, and they actually give you the correct form, the principal part of the word. These ones are a little trickier. So it gives you the principal part of it, and you just have to write the correct form. So let me do number one so you can see what you will be doing. Okay. A book of stories by Edgar Allan Poe is lying or laying on the table. Well, let's really quickly kind of look at our sentence. Let's get rid of our prepositional phrases. A book of stories by Edgar Allan Poe is, then we need to pick which verb, lying or laying, on the table. So this one has no object, okay? So we remember that laying is the one that has the object oftentimes. And we go back and look at our definitions. Lie, this is the form of lie, and this is a form of lay. Lie means to recline or to remain lying down. Okay, so if a book was placed somewhere, it's going to be remain laying down. The verb lay, I keep confusing them even in reading them. because I'm reading ahead of what I'm speaking. The verb lay means to put down or to place something. Okay, so that's the action of putting it down and placing something. So the book is already lying down. So for today, you would write number 1, and then you don't have to write the sentence or anything. You just choose the correct form and write that. So now you guys just have to do 2 through 10. Okay, and look back at the definitions, look for objects, look for things, because these ones, even as I'm reading, because I keep reading ahead, I keep mixing them up. They are very similar, but they're not similar when we remember the uses of them. Okay, and remember that you can find that on page 151 and 152. You have the definitions and the principal parts of each word. Let me know if you guys have any questions on this. This is one, obviously, it's, these are verbs that get mixed up. So if you need help, I am happy to help you.